What's going on, y'all? And of course, we are back with another fun week of sports talk. And I'm rocking the patch jersey because that boy Drake May is that boy. And as we always say, we are recording before the Monday night game. Shout out to the Cowboys, shout out to the Texans. But this week, we got another special guest for y'all. I'm gonna let him introduce himself.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy SG Legacy, aka Saphir in the building, man. I'm glad, happy to be here with my Sam. You know what I mean? Sandbox brothers, man. Appreciate y'all for having me.
Yes, sir, Maul. You might hear something from him, but I'm gonna let you say a couple words before.
Man, to be real, bro, didn't even get the name of the pod right. First and foremost, shout out to Legacy, man, for making an appearance. Shout out to Chris for wearing that booty ass Patriots jersey.
I know you're not talking.
You know I'm turning things around. I'm switching it up. I came with the jacket one week. I came with the hat another week. I got the sweater this week. We ass, but I'm rocking out with the Jets, baby.
As
Shout
you
out to
should.
y'all, Sandbox. Yes, sir. Shout out to y'all, Sandbox. See, that's why I like Legacy, man. He appears to be a Jets fan.
Shout out to them Jets, man. We gonna get it together, but we still gonna rock with y'all. Thick and thin.
Yes, sir.
And you know what, Legacy? Shout out to you, bro. I'm gonna hand you the flow because I think you texted me saying you had a few words to say.
Oh, yeah.
Choose
Hey,
wisely.
hey, I remember everybody singing this song to me week one. I'm gonna try to sing it back now. Damn, homie. Back at first week, you was the man, homie. What happened to you, Mo? You was hey. Can we take time to have a little flashback when Maul said, and I quote, "Hey, yo, look at the standings, everybody. Everybody, look at the standings. Y'all see who the number one drafted team is. Y'all see who the number one." And I just want to also say, the one person I was super hyped. And look, I can sit here and say I flaw in that too. I was super hyped that I had the first pick. I thought I was gonna run ish. But you know what's so crazy? The one person I was super hyped at the end of the draft. He said, "Shall I tell him the news? Shall I tell him the news? You're playing an Achilles injury. Ah! You were so hyped, talking all that good stuff. Week one. Now look at you on a 5-game losing streak. 3-8. 3-8. We ain't gonna we ain't gonna say silent with that one. Cause you had a lot to say for me week one. You had a lot. Ooh. Let me get the belt. Let me get the belt. Cause that's me. Let me get the belt. Yeah, I had some good words week one when I had the lowest scoring. I was the lowest scoring player that season. I mean this season. I had the lowest scoring week of the whole season. Now I'm also the person with the highest scoring week of this whole season, man. Stop playing with your boy. Comeback kid, man.
Hey, listen, for those of y'all who have kept up with us from the start of this season, we are talking about our fantasy football league. And when I tell you that boy Legacy put it on Maul this week, bruh, put it on Maul. And unfortunately, if you remember from the beginning, the last place player has to eat the hot chip. Maul, what you think about that as you staring on the barrel of that joint right now?
I mean, first and foremost, with all due respect, ain't nobody just put it on all. So we just stay there. You know what I'm saying? Secondly, you know, Maul fights from down under from all times. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? At all times. Like I started out the league this year because we're talking about our fantasy league, and if you didn't know, big shout out to AB for showing us some love and introducing the draft order.
Big shout
so
out.
that bitch ass nigga AB gave me the 10th pick of the draft out of 10. And you know what? After the draft, because I just do what I do, after
Right.
the draft, I was projected. With that 10th pick, I was projected as the best team in the league. Now, I probably had sex with the football god's wife or something. I don't know what the hell happened. Every single week, teams just decide to play well against me. I have never in everdom seen a kicker score more than 10 points. You know this motherfucker? Excuse me, I'm sorry. I got a little antsy. You know a Legacy's kicker scored this week? Tell him, Legacy.
Big 2-4, you heard? Big 2-4.
Now, you telling me a kicker is putting up Kobe numbers?
Yeah.
You telling me receiver, running back, over 25 points. You telling me that is something that happens all the time, bro?
Hey, wait. To your benefit though, my QB only had 6 points. If that helps.
Right.
I mean, bro, don't even remember who he started. It just
Absolutely.
happened. He just happened to play against me, and that's what happens when guys play against me. So you know what? I'm gonna enjoy that motherfucking shit. But second to that, I already booked my trip to Cancun. I'm running off on the plug twice. You know what? They forgot that they made me treasurer of the league.
Oh no.
Oh.
They forgot. So out of the 10 guys in this league, including myself, y'all just pick who want to join me because me, my daughters, and my wife, we gonna be in Cancun while niggas is trying to figure out where that money at. We running
Hey,
off
Mo.
twice.
I'm gonna tell you right now, when I make this comeback and I win this whole thing, I'm pulling up to you, your wife, and your kids in Cancun. I'm telling y'all, bring me my money. What are you talking about? I need it. I need it.
Hey, best of luck finding me, champ.
You 6'6". It's not gonna be that hard to find you.
Hey, I'm telling you Cancun, but I might be in Aruba. I'll tell you Aruba. In Georgia somewhere. Might be in California. Best of luck.
Better not be out here with me, Kelly. Oh no. No.
Well, now that we still on you, Mom, the people have been wondering. The people have been clamoring, actually. I done had 5-6 people today alone resend me a clip about you talking spicy against Mike Tomlin.
I don't get it.
Before I even give you the mic, I got to give it to Sophia because, look, you been talking spicy about Tomlin, and them boys is 8-2 again. What you think about what Mom be saying, Legacy?
Bro, why do you're like Skip Bayless, always Mr. Controversial. You always gotta just say something that make people look at you like, huh? That man, Mike Tomlin, has never had a losing season in his career.
Come on now.
Do you understand that? He's had Mason Rudolph as his quarterback. You know what I'm saying? Like, tell me what Mason Rudolph is right now. And he still had a winning season with him. They might not make the playoffs every year, but they never have more losses than win every season. Like what? Like I don't get it. I don't get it. What is your beef with the man? Did he do something to you? He took your lunch money as a kid. He was bullying you. Like, what's up, bro? Like, you just got a personal vendetta against bro, and he's been proving it time and time and time and time. Like, I get it. At one point, there was the Boom 11, whatever that squad was, with Troy Polamalu and all them. Okay, that's fair. Yeah, he had a good squad. Of course, you're supposed to be having more wins than losses. But even when he has the trash squad, like, let me ask you a question. 2-3 years ago, what was the squad then? Please tell me. Please. Anybody.
Well, excuse me.
Like, bro, why are you betting against that man? I wouldn't even, bro. I don't care if he had Daniel Jones. I don't care if he had Nick Chubb with both knees blowing out. I don't care if he had CMC with the Achilles injury. I don't care if he had Odell Beckham now. I don't care what the squad is. He's winning that season. At least winning more than he's losing. He gonna figure it out. I don't know how. He gonna figure out a way. But hey, man, I'm gonna let you talk now. I'm done. I'm gonna let you go ahead and do your thing, bro.
Well, excuse me. Lexi. Excuse me, sir. Coming in hot.
Nah,
guess what?
You need it.
Guess what?
What?
Get that coattail riding ass out of here, bruh.
Oh, God.
Get him out of here, bruh.
Oh,
Get that coattail riding coach out of here, bruh. He's a motivator. He does exactly what you just did. To get cats to win games. He's a politician.
It must have worked. It must work because they winning them games. They winning.
So let me tell you this though. To each their own, right? Because if we talking about it, cool. Yeah, they don't get rid of coaches. There's 3 coaches total throughout the entire Steelers franchise. Mike Tomlin inherited a great team from Bill Cowher. Is Mike Tomlin a great leader? Cool. Yeah. Tell him to do what he needs to do with the X's and O's. That man gonna look like Darvin Ham out here writing script on a damn playbook. He don't know X's and O's. He don't know O's and X's. He don't know whether a receiver is an X or a Z. He don't know whether a special teams person is a gunner or a punter. He don't know that shit. He is not equipped when it comes to being an X's and O's coach. Let me ask you this, because you want to reminisce about 2 to 3 years. Name a coach that came from the Mike Tomlin coaching tree. All right, there we go. You guys had enough seconds for that.
They don't know any team's coaching tree. I only know the head coach. It's rare if you know the offensive coaches or the defensive coach. Like,
we could talk about greatness and greatest coaches, and we could talk about what coach comes from that coaching tree. Let's talk about Andy Reid. Let's talk about Bill Belichick. Let's talk about Shanahan and how many people came from Shanahan's tree. Let's talk about these guys molding guys into being the guys. Mike Tomlin doesn't have a guy. He doesn't have any of that.
Can I ask you something?
I'm ready to answer.
Do those guys that they mold, and I love Belichick, do those guys that they mold win?
You could say that about your guy Bill. You can say that about Bill, yes, because Patricia was ass. But let's talk about successful coaches. Bill O'Brien, successful coach, horrible GM. Bill Belichick coaching tree. Let's talk about it, right? Let's talk about. Hold up.
Hear me out though.
Let's talk about Shanahan. Let's talk about coaches who won Super Bowls coming from the Shanahan. Let's talk about McVay. Let's talk about LaFleur. Let's talk about these guys. Come on, bruh.
So that's the mark of a good coach?
What?
That's the mark of a good coach?
What's the mark of a coach? I'm talking about the fact that this guy helped develop coaches into becoming coach. He's not an X's and O's guy.
Okay, hear me out though, right? Hear me out. Yes, some people you could actually teach certain things to others to actually keep the lineage kind of going, right? But there's some people you either got it in you or you don't. Cause I'm gonna sit here and tell you this. There's people like let's go to actual athletes, right? Let's even go to let's say Kobe. You think Kobe could teach how he's able to do what he does to somebody else to re-emulate it? No, that's in him. He's the same animal but a different beast. Come on now. Some things you got it in you. Some things is unteachable. It's something that you can do that you just can't teach to the next person because you know why? You got that dog in you. And he for sure got that dog in him.
And some days it's Arthur Smith just making the right offensive call. And some days it's TJ Watt being TJ Watt. And some days it's the little old special teams coach that riles everybody up. Most of the days, it is not Killer Mike.
Oh my goodness.
We gonna get killed about this again, but I'm gonna open it up for y'all. Tell me what y'all think going forward about Big Mike, because this boy Maul, he gonna get us killed. But we want to jump into fantasy because Maul's eyes are closed. But listen, this is what we gonna do. I know that the regular fantasy season is starting to wrap up, so you might be heading to the playoffs, but unfortunately, most cats are planning for next year. So we're gonna help y'all out. And we're each going to give y'all what we anticipate next year's first round of fantasy draft is going to look like. I'm going to kick it off, and I'm going to tell you why. Number one pick starting in the next year's draft. The number one pick will be that boy. Give me Jamar Chase to start off next year's draft. Jamar Chase is going to be the number one pick because he's got that man Joe Beasley throwing him the ball, and he is one of the most, if not the most talented receivers in the league. You got one of the best quarterbacks. You got an offense that's tailored to you, and you just put up numbers, bro, especially if you got to play the Ravens defense twice a year. Jamar Chase, number one pick. Legacy, tell me who's the number one pick in your draft?
I got a number one pick. I can't believe you even just blew past this guy. Are we not going to talk about the man, the myth, the legend? Saquon Barkley at number one? Like, come on, bro. Come on, bro. 180 hurdle, midway. Like, what? Can we? Like, you don't plan those things. It just happened. And like I said, some people got that dog in him. He is one of those people. And like, here's my thing. Not only is he just a phenomenal running back, he's in a great system, one of the greatest O lines, and it's not just pressure with they're gonna run the ball all the time. They can throw too. So like, I don't know, Saquon, you got my respects this season, bro. I should have never doubted you. Number one pick in my book.
How cute, guys. Saquon on a team full of receivers. Jamar Chase not having Zach Taylor next year.
Oh my
But
God.
great. Pick those guys. But you did forget one guy, and I'm going to give a big shout out to the Lone Star State, the capital where I've resided for about 13 years, and I'm going to go back to the University of Texas. And I'm going to go get a running back who the Atlanta Falcons drafted. And I'm going to go get Bijan Robinson as my number 1 pick for next year. And remember, guys, remember this. Projections don't mean shit, clearly, because I'm losing this year. But I draft well. Give Bijan that number 1 pick, man. Y'all are crazy.
Big shouts out to Bijan. That's obviously my number 1 pick this year. But he fell down a little bit that board because there's some other guys outperforming, including this guy. Hey, the conversation's up. LSU is wide receiver U because we go on Justin Jefferson with the number 2. That boy Jetta is the truth, bro. I told cats all off season, Justin Jefferson is quarterback proof. That man Sam Darnold has looked great sometimes this year. He's looked pedestrian sometimes this year, and there's a big correlation when Sam Darnold is on, Justin Jefferson is on. And he gets J.J. McCarthy next year, who throws the ball better than Sam Darnold, and he still's got Kevin O'Connell. He's still got that offensive line that's going to get healthier. Justin Jefferson's the number 2 pick in the draft next year.
I would have to say, you know what? I 100% agree. That man is, like, I learned that certain receivers need a certain QB. That man is QB proof, and he showed it to me. That man lets you know, I don't care who throwing that ball, I'm going to go get it.
Yeah.
I'm going to go get it. And, hey, man, I'll never doubt him again. He is my 2nd pick as well.
Yeah. Oh, my God.
Y'all asses are dry. First, excuse me, I have to stretch because I fell asleep during that number 2 pick session. Listen, I had to start him off with the young whippersnapper. Now we got to go back to old food because this man has been toting the rock better than I've ever seen him do so. He started off the season, actually at the midpoint of the season, bro was already at almost 900 rushing yards.
Boy, no way, boy.
Come on now. With an MVP-esque quarterback. A quarterback that is playing way better than he played last year after winning MVP. Why are y'all messing with King Henry? Give me King Henry at the number 2 pick, man.
That boy Derrick Henry got AARP checks coming and tapioca pudding, bruh. That boy old, bruh. Shout out to him this year, don't get me wrong. But that boy old, bruh. He got a lot of tread on the tires. But I like the idea of going to running back. We can't go too receiver heavy because you need to lock in that running back position. It'd be scarce, and I will never doubt this guy again, just like Legacy said. Shout out Mr. Devon Achane, bro. He's in an offense that features him heavy. And that man could take a toss play, a screen pass. He could take it 80 any single play. And especially with Tua, not knowing who his name is at this point because of all the damn concussions. Tua's become a checkdown artist, and Devon Achane is capitalizing. Give me Devon Achane for the number 3 pick next year.
Whoa. Slow your roll, big pup. Hold on. Hold on. You telling me Devon Achane is a first-round ballot in any source? Like, in any fantasy, a first-round ballot?
Oh, yeah.
Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. You had me, and then you lost me. He's not even a top. He don't go in the first round at all. He's not even a top 5 running back, in my humble opinion. And I'm gonna say this with my full chest. And you know what? Hey, Father Time is undefeated, but it ain't his time yet. I'm going with more. Give me Henry at number 3, man. Give me the King Henry at number 3. Like, come on. Is he not? Are you not entertained? Are you not entertained?
Excuse me, say what? Come again, say what? I said Devon Achane. Listen, bro. The Hard Rock Cafe is a nice stadium. Miami colors are nice, but no, sir. There is a level of inconsistency with Devon Achane that I cannot rock with. But you know what? I'm going to stick to my guns, and I'm going to go RB3.
Wow.
And you know what RB3 do? He rocked that green and white.
Oh, my God. Nah.
He playing Sea Caucus.
Nah.
He rocked that number 20.
You're going to lose all your
I
credit.
pray to life that Aaron Rodgers ain't throwing him the ball next year or handing him the ball next year. But with the number 3 pick, man, give me Killer Brees the Beast Hall out of New York. or New Jersey. Go
Yeah.
Jets, baby. Give me
Go
the
Jets. Woo.
Look, I respect Brees. But until you show me that you got a different offensive line and a coach that know how to call plays and a quarterback that know how to move and don't be in darkness retreats, I'm off you, bro. I'm off you. Except for this.
And he's still pushing numbers. Come
Yeah.
on, dog.
Win me that joint. But you're right, bro. We do got to stay with the running back path. But I'm going to get the better one. Because we haven't yet stopped believing in the cat, even though the offense is here today and gone tomorrow. Give me Bijan Robinson at number 4, man. Bijan is one of, if not the most talented backs. And frankly, he's the only back in the league that I think rivals Saquon Barkley in terms of athleticism. That man cuts and catches the ball. He's the full package, and he's going at the number 4 pick.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm sorry to end this running back train that we all on right now. Let's throw me the ball. You know what I like about a player? A player that's available, a player that's going to play. And I'll tell you this right now. From that what's that one documentary? Well, not documentary. It was a show with Devontae Adams and all. When it was all receivers, they was all talking about it.
Yeah.
He's let it be known. I ain't getting hit if I don't got to. Give me a Monroe St. Brown, man. He gonna put up numbers and always be available when you need him. I need him. Give him here. Number 4, Monroe.
That's not bad. Amon-Ra's cool. Amon-Ra's all right. But I'm going to go with the pass catcher myself because I showed running backs love already. And I'm going to go with the true number 1 pass catcher in the league. He's coming with the possibility of having a big bag next year because he ain't get paid, so he's balling out for his contract year. And who's to say he might not even be in Cincy next year? No, granted they'd be retarded if they don't. Excuse me, they would be crazy if they don't bring Jamar Chase back, man. Give me Jamar Chase with my next pick. I know you guys said it early on, but give me Jamar, man.
It's a little too late for Mara, don't you think, bruh? But you're right, bro. We got to stay on the receiver track. Here's what I'm going to do. And sometimes you got to zig when they zag. And I'll tell you why. It is so clear that this offense is vying for their number 1 receiver. And the only unfortunate matter is this gentleman was taken out by his own quarterback. Listen, you got to give me Rashee Rice at that number 5 pick next year. You got to understand, prior to Mahomes hitting him with friendly fire, bro, prior to Mahomes diving through his leg, Rashee Rice was averaging north of 10 targets a game. He was scoring on those 10 targets, and he was averaging north of 10 targets a game. 10 targets a game from Pat Mahomes? How could you pass that at number 5? Go Rice.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Hearing you, I thought we was all gonna have the same list in different orders, but you're naming people I wouldn't even consider in the first round. Please, I will do a bargain deal and get them at like probably later on in my drive. But first round, you're setting some of these cats up for failure. I think you have a motive here. I think you have a motive. You don't want people drafting your players. You're telling them these lies to go grab these guys in the first round. I'm one of your games, but I was here to tell you there's something that we all did have in common, and I'm going with him now at my number 5. Give me Bijan Robinson. I need him. I need him at number 5. I think that's a solid spot for my boy.
Okay, so guys, we do give good betting tips, and we do give good fantasy insight, but I'm convinced Chris is having fun today, guys. So, cool. Rashee.
Y'all want to lose, go ahead and lose. That's fine.
Rashee. No, sir. Rashee Rice is going to be nowhere in anybody's top 10.
No.
But we'll stick to the receivers, and we'll stick to the pass catchers, and we'll stick to the guy, like you said, from wide receiver U, who didn't need a big house. He's living nice in Minneapolis. He don't need a grade A quarterback because he gonna do what he do either way. Give me Jay Jetta, man, and shout out to Jay Jetta for even keeping Jet in his name because that's the best thing we got right now. Give me Jay Jetta with the number 5 pick, man.
Ooh.
Hey, listen. See, the problem with y'all drafts is I don't know what draft you think you're getting in next year with Jamar Chase going at 5, Jetta going at 6. But I'm trying to be realistic. And look, I know y'all gonna cook me, but hear me out. Here's the deal.
Here we go again.
You about to say something crazy.
Here's the deal. For years, What did Cats do at the tight end position?
Oh,
Oh my
Travis,
God.
listen,
gosh.
Travis Kelsey was always a first round pick. And why is that? You see if you've played fantasy football this year. If you got the tight end position locked up, it's either tip top or nothing at all. So what do I want in a tight end position? I want a target machine. I want a target clinic. And what better way to go than the man himself, the number one prospect for many years, Mr. Brock Bowers. And look, I know people doubt him because he's on the Raiders, but you got to understand this man has a 30% target share. He's all they have. He's all they have, and they're bound to get a better quarterback next year. Give me Brock Bowers and lock up that tight end position at number 6.
I've heard this story before. Oh my God, this tight end is gonna be the one. Did we just say this about Sam Laporta last year? Did we not say this about every new tight end that comes in the year before that? Like, come on, bro. You got an agenda, and I'm reading right through it because you're setting all these people up. Hey, if you really want to win your fantasy next year, do not listen to this man, Chris. He's setting you up. Nobody's ever gotten a tight end in the first round, ever. I'll get a quarterback in the first round before I get a tight end. But, oh my God. I'm not even going to sit here and entertain this buffoonery. I'm not going to entertain it. Because at number 6, I'm going to go with, Mr. Highlight Reel, Mr. Showtime. We're going to get my man Jamar Chase, man. But I'll tell you why I put him so low, though. I have a personal thing. I learned when people get paid, they don't perform anymore. And I learned that from a personal person who I got in this draft for a quick minute. It was Brandon Ayuk, got paid and forgot to play football. I don't know how that happens. They get the money and they said, all right, take my foot off the gas. So I don't know. He might do that, but he might show me wrong because he is that guy for sure. But, hey, that's his personal on my end. I'm taking Jamar at 6.
Guys, Mayday. Chris just said Brock Bauer. Mayday. What is going on here?
Y'all go ahead and listen if you want.
Listen, I feel like there is some times to where Chris just forgets who's in the NFL. He just said Brock Bauer. And
That's got to be it.
But here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it at the pass catcher level. And yeah, this guy, he dealt with the injury bug this year, and his quarterback hasn't been playing as well because just the receivers in the course of this season have not panned out. But when this guy gets off IR and when he's back on the field, there are numbers that this guy puts up that I haven't seen. And I'm going to give a shout out to H-Town. Give me Nico Collins with my pick, man. Nico Collins has been balling year after year after year. The injury bug is one thing, but people are drafting C-Mac every year around the same realm anyway. So why not throw Nico in there? Nico is the number one guy without question in Houston when he is healthy, and he plays like a number one. So give me Nico Collins, man.
See, Nico is him, but that high, bro? And me saying Brock Bowers is outrageous. I'm going to just keep going. I ain't even going to bother because y'all lowered me in the standings, but we're going to keep going. And Legacy kind of had a point. And the only reason, I'll explain, the only reason I think that this guy is going to go this low is because I am certain that his offensive coordinator is going to be a head coach next year. Give me Amon-Ra. The Lions' offense is a juggernaut. And I think in large part it's because of Ben Johnson, and their defense is a juggernaut because of Aaron Glenn. Amon-Ra is a bona fide number one, but I'm just concerned and kind of scared that when they eventually lose Ben Johnson as a head coach, I don't know what the new guy's going to come in doing. But for now, you can't get away from Amon-Ra. Give me Amon-Ra at 7.
You know what? At 7, this guy, before, I didn't even consider a first round. But when he came back, the way he was just able to produce and put on numbers right out the gates, he said, what injury? And I feel like a lot of people really sleep on him. Y'all don't understand, like, his quarterback loves to throw that ball. They might have a good running back, but he loves to throw that ball. Give me Puka Nacua at number 7, man. Why are we so sleep?
I just woke up too, actually.
Yeah, you did.
fuck is going on here with these guys,
You
man?
took
They are
Brees high.
missing. They are missing guys. With all due respect, there are guys that are gonna be in this draft next year that put up astronomical numbers, and without a concussed quarterback, you guys are forgetting about Mr. T. Hill. Shout out to Cheetah, man. I'm putting Cheetah at my 7th pick just because Cheetah, in my opinion, is a top 5 receiver of all time. And I don't think Tua's going to be the one throwing that ball next year. Hey, hot take, that man from LA, Mr. Stafford, might just be playing in Miami next year, and you know how he directs the ball. It's either to 1 or 2 targets. And with Tyreek Hill getting a qualified quarterback, Tyreek Hill got to be in my top 10. Give me Tyreek, man.
We do love a hot take here at Sandbox. But they just paid that man $51. So as long as he got that boy Tutu that don't know how to slide, I can't take him that high again. I respect Tyreek. I can't take him that high again. But who I can take that high? And listen, here's the problem with these boys' lists. They listen off these guys who have incredible talents, but they forgetting that, like, players age, and you don't get any younger. But his talent still reigns true. So give me Saquon with my next pick. Give me Saquon because he's still on a great team. He's still in a great offense. But he also falls because Jalen Hurts in that tush push. I like Saquon, but if he doesn't finish it, he could be kind of someone you got to get frustrated with because he's not going to get as many touchdowns. But Saquon is super talented to go any lower than this.
You see, I don't know, man. Saquon being this low with the performance he's been putting on, it hurts my heart. It hurts my heart. But you know what? I respect your decision. But like I said, Father Time is undefeated, but Father Time hasn't caught up to some of these cats right now. And I even with me having to make this fault on myself this season and picking this person at number 1, I still say there's no way you don't pick him in the first round. Give me CMC, man. I'm going to always take that risk in the first round with CMC. Always.
Hey, I'm not mad at it, to be honest with you. This might be the first round where I'm just like, hey, these guys are okay. I had these guys just around the same point as well. Where are we at? We at number 10 now?
No, we at number 8.
Number 8. Okay, cool. Number 8, it's a given, man. No disrespect to this man. I feel like this is honestly, outside of CMC fitting with San Fran, this might have been the best RB franchise fit that I've seen. Not mid-season trade, but acquisitions in the offseason. I gotta go with Saquon, man. Saquon is doing what he does.
That's right.
He's doing what he's been doing with the depleted Eagles offensive line. Just imagine what they do when they get themselves established. Give me Saquon, man, at number 8.
Maul finally realizing and coming to grips with what the list is supposed to look like. Good on you, Maul. And hopefully you follow me with this next one. Because I don't anticipate that Stafford's playing in Miami. But I do anticipate that he's still going to have that number 1 guy syndrome. And if you haven't noticed, there's a changing of the guard in LA. Give me Mr. Puka Nacua at that number 9 pick. Bro, when Stafford is on, Puka is on. I love Cooper Kupp, but he isn't getting any younger, and Puka is entering his prime. Give me Puka number 9.
I'm finally glad you finally got back on the right track, man, with these picks, man. It sounds so good to hear you actually wanted to help people with their fantasy and not just, sabotage everybody.
Yeah.
But you know what? I love it. I had a different number 9 pick, but after reevaluating, I had to make a quick switch up on my list. So I thought about it. This man, the only reason I put him so low initially was because of his injury right now. He's going to be back in time. And Maul done shouted him out from the H-Town, the big H. Give me my boy Nico. I became a believer when he had Stephon Diggs on the team. He still said, I'm the man. I'm still that guy. Give me the ball. And he balled out. Give me Nico at number 9.
For everybody who are football fans, there's a team that's called America's Team. And America's Team, they oftentimes have toss-ups. But one thing that is not a toss-up or something in question is what that wide receiver CeeDee Lamb does week after week after week with a decent quarterback. Healthy Dak, or whomever it is they get, might be something to consider when you're looking at wide receivers And if you're in a PPR league more specifically, CD cannot be somebody you pass over beyond the first round. Give me CD Lamb.
Big shouts out to CD, man. But I don't know who gonna be coaching Dallas. I don't know who gonna be the quarterback. I don't know nothing. But I like CD Lamb as a player. I'm just gonna hold off from him for now. But one player I'm not gonna hold off of. I know for fantasy managers, it's been a tough go at it. It's been a tough go because you started off your draft thinking this guy was a home run. And I get it. He has been his whole fantasy career. So why stop now? He's still in San Fran. He's still got a coach that loves him. He still is peppered with targets. He still is peppered with production. I got to go with CMC, bro. There's no way you can drop further than 10. And I think CMC is still a lock to get you plenty of points at that position. Take CMC at number 10.
You know, I'm not mad at that because, you know, you just never know. You can never take him off your list. But I will say, like, my number 10, I've been torn. I hope they get a new situation figured out there in that nice green, you know, sunny area of Florida. You know, hopefully they learn to throw my man screen passes every single drive. But, man, give me at number 10. Give me Tyreek, man. I need him. I need Tyreek. He can't go past the first round. Too fast. Too fast.
You know, I like Tyreek as that pick. You know, anywhere, you know, the range of where these guys are falling cool. We're a little more consistent here, guys. Cool beat. Sounds good. You know, and there are going to be some different play callers in Detroit, which probably leads me to believe that they might throw the ball a little less, open up the run a bit more. David Montgomery, he got paid, but there's a young whippersnapper on that team that shouldn't be second-guessed either. And I love Jahmyr Gibbs, man. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs. He's also a guy. Didn't he go to UT?
And he went to Alabama.
And he went. Oh, he sure did go to Alabama. I'm sorry. Yeah, he went to Alabama. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs, man.
Jahmyr Gibbs is solid. Unfortunately, in the first round, I can't take him anymore because Montgomery is not going anywhere. Montgomery even had a better day this past week, bro. But shout out Jahmyr Gibbs because the talent is definitely noticeable. I know I've pushed him down the list. I know I've gone away from him, but this man is a home run hitter too, bro. This is as surefire as a home run hitter as CMC is, and I can't get fully away from that man Tyreek, regardless of who quarterback is, because when he's healthy, he can take any play to the house, any play you want, punt returns, give him the ball in the backfield to run, screen passes like that boy Legacy said. Give me Tyreek at number 11, and I'm gonna smile for days.
You know, the Jahmyr Gibbs one, I just can't sit with him being a first rounder. Where if you get David Montgomery, you probably sneak him in like a third round somewhere, and he just as effective. Like, bro, don't get me wrong, Jahmyr Gibbs is balling. What is he, like, ranked 6 right now? Mm-hmm. David Montgomery's only ranked 10, and that's his RB2. Like, you know what I'm saying? I would take the risk of just getting David Montgomery over Jahmyr Gibbs because they're not too far apart in the same system. So, you know, I respect it, but I just can't fully agree with it. But for me, at number 11, come on, man. Mo, what's our team, man?
J-E-T-S.
Yes, come on, man. I'm not doubting my mans. Give me Mr. Brees at number 11, man. I can't run away from them Jets, man. Come on.
Don't I love it? Don't I love it? And you know what? For that, Safir Legacy, I'm going to keep it with green and white, baby.
Oh, my God.
Because this receiver, oh, my gosh. You hear him? You hear that Patriots fan over there? This receiver has notched 1,000 yards plus every year since being drafted. He wore the number 17. He no longer wears number 17. He wears number 5 now. And he is yet again about to notch another 1,000-yard season. And for the sake of football gods, please give us a quarterback that's worth talking about, because Garrett Wilson surprised a lot of people this year. He's ranked as a top 5 receiver right now. People don't even know. Give me Garrett Wilson in the PPR league at my number 11 spot, man.
I ain't gonna lie, I thought you were about to say Devontae Adams and I was gonna walk out. But I can respect that. I can respect Garrett. I am mad at Garrett. I can't bet on it. I don't know who the quarterback gonna be, and clearly the one he got ain't it. But one thing I can bet on is just like y'all mentioned, this boy is a doggy roof. Shout out Mr. Nico Collins and his respectful position at number 12, running it up with CJ Stroud in an offense that caters to him and an offense that's going to keep getting better as they go forward. They maintain Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator, and they're going to get better. Offensive line's going to get better, which means more opportunities for Nico Collins. Take Nico at 12 and smile about that.
You know, I ain't gonna lie. I can't do Garrett in the first round. Like, he's not, it's not that he's bad. I just couldn't see if I had one pick. I said to myself, I'm going to gamble and roll this dice with Garrett. I just can't. The uncertainty at quarterback, the situation, yes, I get it. He gets a lot of catches. Wonderful for PPR leagues. But what happens about that 6 points in the end zone? He's not getting a lot of those. I need somebody who I just feel like, who's going to do it. And I was here and said, this guy's been hindered by injury, so that's why we're not talking about him too much. But did we just all take time and just forget about the damage that A.J. Brown does? Give me A.J. Brown at number 12, because I feel like everybody just seems to forget about him because of injury. Come on. Let's refresh everybody's minds. Let's get A.J. Brown at number 12.
A lot of mouths to feed. AJ gets a new bag every year because of his agent, and he's on a team with a lot of mouths to feed. Would I argue that? No, but I do foresee there being a change in the NFC East. So let's stick to the NFC East, right? And let's think of this. This guy has dealt with injuries. His team just admittedly committed to tanking for the rest of the season, which means that a new quarterback is going to be at the helm in New York. And hey, this guy started out the year real dangerous. I'm talking about dangerous. Mm-hmm. He had guys in fear. And he had Danny Dimes throwing him the cheese. You know what? Dable is finally going to get his quarterback to throw to this receiver who's going to who's going to top the final pick of my 12, man. Give me Malik Neighbors, man. Shout out to Malik.
Man, I mean,
off of talent alone, I like it.
I like it off of talent. I just can't rock with the look. As a person who took a chance with him, I love that. But I just can't rock with the uncertainty of the Giants. Like they remember what they did? They chose to pay Danny J over Saquon. Look how that's turned out for them. I don't know, man. Something about that Giants.
Hey, man. Shout out to the Giants for paying Daniel Jones, but I think they're going to right their wrong and get that boy a quarterback. And that boy Malik is going to be a number one pick, I think, in fantasy years. Just not the one I got, but in fantasy years going forward. But more than anything, shout out that man Legacy for hopping on the pod this week. This has been a special one. Legacy, tell the people where they can find you and your content.
Oh, man. Well, guys, I'm on Instagram, Twitch, and TikTok, all with the same tag, SG__legacy. That's 2 underscores now. Don't forget the second one. So it's SG__legacy. And if you guys ever want to tune into my Twitch, do a bunch of gaming, do little talks like this, do YouTube videos, all types of things, reaction videos. Tune in and come show your boys some love, man. Appreciate y'all for having me, man. This is great talking with y'all boys, man. Moth, hope you got your stomach ready for them chips, boy. Hope you learn how to handle them spices, get that iron tummy. Because, boy, it's not looking too good for you. Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for having me on here, man.
Hey, man, big shout out to Legacy, man. They gotta catch me if they want me to eat that chip, man. I don't even know where to buy that chip from. So, hey,
don't worry, I'll send it to you. I can mail it to you. Don't worry, you get it.
Cool. Mm-hmm. I just ain't telling you my address. But you know what? Big shout out to Legacy, man. He's doing something that, a lot of these guys out here aren't. He's on Twitch. He's outside. You know what they say now? He outside and he is killing it. Big shout out to Legacy. Your team sucks. You had a good week, but it's all good. Shout out to you guys for listening to Sandbox for another week yet again. We love y'all. Thank y'all for joining. Bow.